Don't say the other person's name on here. Don't say this name on here. Ready? All right, peace and blessings, family. Welcome to Spiritually Seeing News, okay? I'm WUNAM, a.k.a. Nicky Love, and I know all is well, y'all.
And I'm Brother Adinkra. And I'd like to say peace to the fam.
Peace to the fam. Now, y'all know we got a storm in Georgia. The other day we was having a storm, right? And when we was having this storm, it didn't sound normal to me. It don't sound like no normal doggone thunder. I'm like, that ain't no doggone thunder. That sounds like some damn spaceships invading the earth. You know what I mean? Peace and blessings, Lawrence, Nicole, Daryl, Mikal. Peace and blessings, family. Okay, so tonight we're going to spiritually see what we see, okay? We're going to spiritually see what we see with Bill Gates and this disease that's supposed to be coming within the next 6, celebrating, you know, the life of Mandela is something that he agreed upon. I see there was some in the middle of it. I see there was rituals done. Okay, that's what I see spiritually. Okay.
Is he supposed to protect them from some energy coming back to them, or what do you see?
Nah,
what is it?
Nelson Mandela is an ancestor now.
I know he's an ancestor now,
but I don't see that he was
supposed.
Like, well, then he probably was supposed to, when he was physically here. But I don't see that he, you know, was supposed to protect them from energy. Then I see that there was a lot of money that it was exchanged. You see what I'm saying?
That's why you see he left.
Who?
His wife.
I love who? What are you talking about?
That's why you see he left his wife?
Yeah, well, kind of, sort of, but, you know, there was some politics in the mix of that, okay? And, oh, come on, I just finished watching her. Come on now, what's her name? I can't think of her name. She's my favorite woman, too. His wife.
Oh, Winnie Mandela.
Winnie Mandela, right.
Yes,
so,
I like that. I love Winnie
I just
Mandela.
see that Winnie Mandela just was no joke, and her husband was falling for some European BS, and I see that she was like held to the nail. You understand? We're going to carry out this revolution. See, I love Winnie Mandela. You know, I don't know what
by
they
that
did.
time, too many people had died, and too many people had sacrificed so much. That, you know, why turn back now?
Right. And then I see eventually, spiritually, now we're seeing, y'all. This is spiritually seeing news. I see that she got caught up in the hype based off of the funds, the money. Okay? That's what I see. But I feel there's a connection, everybody. Or I'm not going to say feel. I see that there's a connection between what they were doing, you know, according to what they were saying, paying homage to doing whatever they do with the elder Mandela. I feel that they was you know, conjuring his energy up. You know what I mean? It's not surprising that they got, you know, the Mandela effect, okay? So we're going to move on to the next topic. Now, one of my sisters, I think it was Courtney. Courtney hit me up, and I just happened to check my Facebook before we got on here. Courtney says, Nicky, they're about to, wait, hold on, y'all. Let me pull it up, because I gotta see what Courtney was saying. She's saying they're about to create something. Now, I don't know if y'all heard, but if you haven't heard, you're going to hear it now, okay? According to this article that someone sent me on Facebook, let me say not someone, Courtney, the article is talking about a disease that Bill Gates said that they will be, well, he didn't say they created, but watch this.
He predicted.
What?
Did he predict?
We're about to read the article, man. Particularly, what the hell he predicting? Y'all, look here. You know what I mean?
You're trying to get his WUNAM on.
My ass.
Try to tell you what.
All right. So she says, Courtney Johnson says, Nicky Love, they're about to create some shit. More population control. Yeha says 10% of the population. So I'm happy she put that in there, because before I got on there, y'all family, I was like, oh, wait a minute, something to talk about here. Something to talk about, because I'm not feeling that. Now, we do know in the past they talked about population control. And, you know, on my radio show, I went in on it, and I'm about to go on live Facebook, okay? First of all, y'all, spiritually seeing. First, let me cuss them out before I spiritually see. Who in the hell do you think you are trying to implement population control on humanity? You didn't create life, and you don't have the right to take life. And if y'all cannot see, because a lot of times we get caught up in these conspiracy theories, we have to stop getting caught up in these conspiracy theories. And we, especially as a people of color, a people of the sun, we must understand who we are and what's happening outside of the matrix, okay? Mm-hmm. Which means do not get caught up in their matrix of believing everything that you see. And do know that some of the things that they present are illusions. To keep you in fear of what, or making you think that they have more power. What you got to say, Brother Thinker? Because I hear it.
I agree with that. I mean, like, they can only do what you allow, because you feed into the energy that, you know, you believe it, and you can manifest things just by your thought. I think that's why they put a lot of shit out there, because they know if they can get a certain group of people or a certain amount of people to agree with something they putting out, eventually that'll manifest. I think that's why they make certain movies about certain things before they even have the technology to do it, because people will start believing that they can manifest that and it'll happen.
Exactly. So now, Courtney, hey sister, I was just talking about you because you just came on here. I love the fact that you gave me something to talk about tonight. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm going to share this with the people. If y'all haven't heard it, my sister Courtney, she put it on the page. Okay. It says, Bill Gates thinks a coming disease could kill 30 million people in 6 months.
That sound like that's what they've been putting on all the movies, though. When you think about it, with the World War Z, all these zombie movies, all these people getting affected, half the world population is wiped out and stuff like that. I think that's what all these movies were about. Remember the other night we was right. I said, God damn, another zombie movie? It's like they make about 15 a year.
Well, I mean, you know if anybody who's going to do some population control is going to be nature, okay? It's going to be nature. And what we got to understand is that, again, you don't want to get caught up in their illusion, because we do know, you see, and for the Christians who may be watching, you know, you say it in your Bible, and it was really an African proverb, death and life is in the power of a tongue. And then in the Bible, it talks about you being the gods. So if you are the gods, you understand you have the ability to create, to manifest, to do all of that, right? So they know what time we're in. We're in the transformation. And we, as beings, human beings, are becoming more spiritual, which makes us more powerful. Okay? So now let me go on to the article, because, you know, what's crazy about this is that we've known over the past that they have created many diseases. Okay? They have created many diseases.
AIDS being one of them.
You see? So with saying that, I don't doubt that this is something they're going to try and create. And I'm going to tell y'all what I spiritually see. Brother Dinko, I would appreciate if you tap into your first eye to see too. Okay? Really, because people want to know about this, because people are really going to get scared when they see this. People are going to be afraid because they already know what they did. Look at AIDS. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Look at what so-called happened with the Ebola virus, okay? So now people are going to really get in fear. You're talking about 30 million people that's supposed to die within 6 months because of this disease that they think they're going to create. Now, it said if there's one thing... Go ahead.
You know, it's fun. Go ahead and read that, because I got something to say about, once you finish that, about the Ebola virus, because it's interesting that you brought up the Ebola virus.
Okay, now Bill Gates, this is family, this is what it is. Bill Gates thinks a coming disease could kill 30 million people within 6 months, and we're not ready. We need to prepare for this like we prepare for war. If there's one thing we know from history, is that a deadly new disease will arise and spread around the globe. That could happen easily within the next decade, okay? And as Bill Gates told listeners on Friday at a discussion about epidemics hosted by the Massachusetts Medical Society and the New England Journal of Medicine, we're not ready, okay? Now, hold on. It says Gates acknowledged he is usually the optimist in the room, reminding people that we're lifting children out of poverty around the globe and getting better at eliminating diseases like polio and malaria. I don't know how true that is because the last I heard, and I forgot, what's the other guy's name that used to be dealing with Gates on y'all know he was talking about global warming. What was his name?
The politician.
Yeah, the politician. Something Perot. Dale Quill or something. I don't know. One of them politicians. No, not Ross Perot. Dan, one of them, I don't know what the hell his name is. Y'all know what I'm talking about. What the hell is Dan Quill? She get bugged over there and shit. What the hell is that? I just seen something go up and down. Look on the floor, make sure I don't damn spider. Okay? Look. So anyway, he's saying, but there's one area though where the world isn't making much progress. And he said, and that's pandemic preparedness. Okay? Now, new pathogens emerge all the time as the world population increases and humanity encroaches on wild environments. It's becoming easier and easier for individual people or small groups to create weaponized diseases that can spread like wildfire around the globe. First of all, let me just say this. Spiritually saying, they ain't got to do a damn thing. Nobody asked you to depopulate a goddamn thing. Who the hell y'all think y'all are? Stop trying to do what nature's job is. So with saying that, there's enough land in this world right now to hold all 7 billion people. Let's not make a mistake about it. And this is what pisses me off with them, because they try to take control of shit. They ain't got no business putting their hands in, and they're in there trying to do, you know what, Mother Nature's job. And what's going to happen, y'all, is because we are in a transformation, and this is spiritually saying, let me tell y'all something. Everything they try to do from this point on, I'm going to say within the last 6 months on, is going to backfire on them. Because as I told y'all when we did last week, when we was talking about the wrath of mother coming, not the warning, but the wrath, I told y'all, I said, mother's bringing her wrath. So if there's anybody who's going to give out some diseases, it's going to be Mother Nature. And if she does take 30 million people, she knows what the goddamn hell she's doing. Because at the end of the day, they are doing too goddamn much. And like I always say, their doing is going to be their very own undoing. So they need to sit their asses down somewhere like they got sense and stop trying to control nature and create shit out of nature. Now, according to this, they're saying it's going to be like a new pathogen emerge, okay? And they're blaming it on the world's population.
It says small pockets of groups. So that means, you know what that tells me? It tells me that they're going to pick certain races to, like, plant this in. Just like what they did with the AIDS virus and the AIDS epidemic. They placed it in gay men, and then, you know, then they placed it in Africa first, and they placed it in the gay men and all of that. And then it spread throughout. But it backfired on them because what they were trying to do, but it's not even a killer of gay people anymore. You know what I mean? Like that. So, but what I was getting back to the Ebola thing, what I spiritually see is what they were experimenting with Ebola, and that's what they wanted to do. Because when you look at Ebola, it breaks down the body, and it does the same thing, almost like when you look at these zombie movies. You notice how they start, like their body boils from the inside out, and blood and stuff start coming. It's the same. Ebola kills people like that the same way. And that's why they were experimenting, because they've been experimenting with Ebola for a long time.
Okay. Well, Markea says, but the crazy about it is that they have these patents on the viruses years before due to their global depopulation tactics and Ebola.
Yeah.
Well, Michaela, but you know what's crazy about it too? Is that we're in a different time and a different day. And nature is transforming as everything is transforming. Like I said, we as a human race are transforming at a cellular level. The body is changing. And they can't do a goddamn thing about it. And it all comes back to when I told you all, because of this transformation, everything, the animals are going through transformation, the cosmos, the planets, the trees, the insects are going through a transformation. And the thing about it is nothing they can do about it. They're not invincible, okay? So, have to understand is that, it's a lot of this stuff is scare tactics. A lot of this stuff is to for people to begin to, or continue to fear and begin to fear even more, so these things can begin to manifest. You know what I mean? So they can begin to manifest. So with saying that, what we have to understand is that if you are in agreement of this type of energy taking place, then your world is going to take place. But I do know what I see spiritually, and I know spiritually, like I said before, family, their doing will be their very own undoing. Mm-hmm. Okay? So all that they're doing now is actually backfiring on them, and they don't know, just like I told y'all about the weather, they don't know. Weather is crazy. Weatherman can't predict the weather. You don't know what, you know what I mean? Like they used to, they can't. So what's taking place is, you're not going to predict what Mother Nature's about to send out. Y'all want to create something to try to kill, the very thing that humans are part of? Y'all must have lost your goddamn minds. Go ahead.
Yeah, not only that, just like you say, what I see is just a lot of stuff is like things aren't going their way. And like I said, they've been trying to do the kick off the Ebola thing for a while. And they've been trying to make it into a super bug where it can affect everybody, and it's not going their way. So what I see is they're kind of getting frustrated. You know what I mean? But they think they got something now. They think they figured out something now.
That's what you see spiritually?
That's what I see. They think they figured out something. But like with this, with the Bill Gates, they don't. It's not going to work how they think it's going to work. I won't be. I think you have a better chance of killing more people by starting a world war than the way they want to do it with the Ebola virus.
Well, what I don't like about it is the children. Mm-hmm. Why you throw the children in the mix of it? Because there was some talk about that when they were doing the actual population control, depopulation control. They was talking about the global warning, and there was some videos on YouTube about them actually trying to affect the children and kill the children. Have y'all lost your mind? Have y'all literally lost your minds? Because see, what we don't understand is that now, and listen to this. Now listen to this, y'all. Y'all got to learn how to read between the lines or see between the lines. It says, let me see, hold on. Likelihood such as it says, where did I just see about the children go? Let me hold on, y'all. Gates acknowledged that he's usually the optimist in the room. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, here it goes. Reminding people that we're lifting children out of poverty around the globe and getting better at eliminating diseases like polio and malaria. Why? Because you injected them? Why? You see what I'm saying? I don't sit that comment don't sit right with me.
Maybe it got something to do with all the black kids they kidnap every year and use for experiments.
Well,
because they kidnap a lot of black children. A lot of black children go missing every year.
You know what? See, stuff like that is like...
Not only children, but black women.
But the thing about it is we need more proof on that. And people may not like what I'm about to say. But we need more proof on that. And I say that for the simple fact that I keep seeing that they're presenting us with a lot of illusions. Okay? I think that what we're in, the energy that we're in now is an energy where your world is your world based off of your creation of your world. So when you get on YouTube, when you get on these, social media websites, it's like I said earlier, they want to see where if they can keep you in the emotion of being controlled by them. Now we do know in this age and the transformation that's taking place, you got to think about it. You're coming into yourself, which means all the answers that you seek over time, and it's happening now, family, is going to come to you because it's being downloaded into your DNA. But they don't want to lose that control. Mm-hmm. But now for the Christians on the show that's listening, in your Bible it says, what does it say in your Bible? Jesus, your Jesus said, I will be gone. I don't know the exact scripture, but I remember something like that. Brother Dick would know the scripture because he used to be a Christian.
Why I got to be thrown under the bus?
He said that it will be the age, after me will come the age of the water bearer. Okay? So we're saying that, y'all. He was talking about the age of Aquarius because we went through so many ages. Now, we're saying that what Spirit showed me years ago was when we began to transform, which means we are at the beginning of the end. So that means human being is on this earth. We're getting ready to come back into our highly spiritual selves. And that's why you hear all this talk about God consciousness and consciousness and all this shit y'all see, right? So at the end of the day, there's a lot of truth to that. But the other part they didn't tell you is that you will be transforming as well. Just like over the ages you had human beings that looked the same. I know for a fact that the ancient ones back here was giants. They showed me spiritually. Not because a man told me they was giants. A lot of information I got was seeing spiritually. And a lot of it was confirmed later. Real talk. So we're saying that we're coming into the time where the body, again, your DNA is reactivating, which you will have access to information like you've never had before. Information. And you're not going to no longer need man to say, well, you know what, you need to walk like this, talk like this, believe in this person, believe in that person. Nah, not no more. Because them questions you got, the answers are going to be in your DNA. Okay? Now, I'm going to say this. Be very mindful of what you watch on TV. Be very mindful of what you look at on YouTube. Because you can get caught up emotionally. And if you get caught up emotionally, you're going to get mad as hell. You're going to get mad as hell. So with saying that, try to lean on your own understanding. Go within your soul. Go to your ancestors and say, show me. Not man, but show me. You see what I'm saying? You tell your ancestors to show you. Not, you know, oh, well, let me go read in this book. Let me see what they're talking about. And see, just like they're talking about the depopulation. There ain't no goddamn way in the world that there ain't enough room on this whole earth for 7 billion people. This is man thinking they're invincible and trying to do too goddamn much. Do too much. And they got another thing coming if they mess with our children. If they mess with our children, they got another thing coming. I feel sorry for them. Because if they try to take out children, you think Mother Nature's bringing her wrath? Mother Nature's going to bring her turn off switch. Okay? She's going to bring her turn off switch. She's going to start just shutting it down. For that no more. People are so sick of what's going on in America. And I'm talking about white, black, Chinese, black, white, whatever you want to call yourself. Are so sick of what's... People just want peace. They're tired of hearing the rhetoric. They're tired of the financial system. You know what? People are just tired. And this goes for anybody who is white, who is not a racist, who is in the middle. Totally understand. Because they busted their asses too. And they looking back at their lead. A lot of this shit is getting ready to backfire on the 1% who got all the money. Y'all ain't... Don't say I didn't tell y'all so. Y'all will see. Because now what's happening is they're getting tired. America's getting tired of the bullshit.
You know, it's funny. I think they are getting tired because I've seen a lot of these elections, you know, not just in Georgia, but in other states that these candidates tried to run a campaign, like Trump-like campaign. They didn't get voted in. You know what I mean? With talking about the Mexican people and talking about black people, a lot of that stuff didn't fly and they didn't get voted in.
Well, honestly speaking, family, like according to Mr. Mason, what he said, some is fake, some of it's real.
Mr. Amazing said they too lazy to ride.
I don't perceive that to be true, Mr. Amazing. I don't think they're too lazy to ride. I think they're tired. I think looking at the history of what black people have been through in this country called America, who they helped build up, black people are tired and they feel like it's like, is it worth it? Mm-hmm. What's the sense? Did it make a change? Right? What did rioting change?
Nothing, because they was doing it to their own people. They was tearing up their own neighborhood.
Right, but I mean, even that, not just rioting, even when they would go and protest, what does protesting change? Tell me right now, somebody tell me on this goddamn line, going in front of this place and doing this protest and doing that protest, what did it change? We still seeing murders or police brutality. We're still seeing, you understand, racist crimes being committed. You understand? So what did protesting change? Are they really listening?
Mr. Amazing said not a damn thing.
Exactly, Mr. Amazing. So we're saying that, well, we have to realize, that's why I know. I know what I know, and I know it's time for us to come back into Mother Nature and tapping into our traditions of being indigenous to the land. Because that is what's going to change it. Y'all can say what you want to say, but y'all start getting back in tune with them elements and using them elements to fight fire. You understand? They can't touch them elements. Start calling up some goddamn storms. You know what I mean? Start manipulating the forces of the electricity. Start throwing electrical power at them. Start chanting on their asses. I'm not talking about going in front of. Start chanting on their asses. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling y'all, that's going to make the change. But rallying, protesting, ain't changing shit. But honestly speaking, what I see in this place called America, like I said, America to who? It's just not us getting tired. It's a lot of human beings getting tired of the energy that's being presented. And not only that, what Spirit showed me too, family, is other countries are looking at us, America, like, America is not the great anymore. America has disappointed. America don't like their own people. America's doing this to their own people. So these other countries are looking at America in disgust. And it's sad. And Americans are just getting tired. Tired of the political lies, tired of the chaos, tired of the, destruction, tired of the negativity, tired of the stress. You see what I'm saying? People in America are tired now. Right now. And all they're wanting is peace. That's what I see spiritually. Americans are just wanting peace. Let me go to work. Let me get my money. Let me just live. That's all I see for America. But all right, family, that's all the questions. Okay, real quick, Micaiah says, I have a question, Nikki. In what ways can I enhance my meditation while sun gazing? And is it true if you're listening to Hertz music on YouTube, it's already tuned to 550, even if you're listening to, well, hold on. Boy, you be writing some books, lady. Hold on. Is it already tuned to 550 hertz, even if you're listening to a 432 hertz pure tone? No, but you can hear the difference. I don't know who told you that, but that's not true. So if you're listening to a 540, it might have a 432 hertz in the mix of it, but that's not true. You can hear the difference of the tones, okay? Now, you want to know how you can enhance your meditation while sun gazing? Well, first of all, when you're sun gazing, you want to keep your meditation totally separate, okay? Meditation should be done separate from sun gazing, because when you're sun gazing, you're exchanging energy with Ra, okay? And you want to be able to embrace that energy from Ra that he's bringing to your body, opposed to meditating when you can't pay attention to Ra, because he likes your full attention, and trust me. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, as soon as I walk up my back door in the morning, I'll be standing